he might utilize them better. If he keeps them alive, he might utilize them once MVP finally decides to expand, who's actually adding in factories right now. But that shuttle is extremely vulnerable, and only a few church shots will take it down. Maybe to utilize them here to pick up something here at the front, but honestly a scanner will come off and those DTs will die. So no real use in it doing any of that. Tanks and vultures coming out the front. I'm wondering whether he's actually going to try to push for that. Meanwhile has DTs running across the map. I think this is the thing. Try to use the DTs. You can't use them right now to do any damage to the army. So instead use them to prevent expansions, because this attack is going to be coming through. Bunch of tanks, vultures, and SCVs. And he has to push that back. DTs are not going to be a huge boon against that. So instead just push the back with what you have on the ground. And as MVP tries to utilize this possibly successful attack against you to try to pick up an expo, have those DTs ready, handy to make sure that doesn't happen. Still has a shuttle in there, which I believe has one DT in there actually. But actually instead he might want to utilize that for Zealot bombs right now. He's going to drop anything on top. Not dropping anything, at very least seeming like keeping open the threat of the possibility of doing that. Meanwhile, adding in turrets being added in to make sure that shuttle isn't as pesky. And MVP going to try to push straight into the natural expansion. I think I saw something at that 11:30 o'clock, so Arbiter is going to be on the way. Yeah, is going to be meanwhile going to be expanding at the 11:20 o'clock. That's going to be very vulnerable. Palon's helping defend here at the natural expo. He has the shuttle as well, but the shuttle could be vulnerable. We're going to see whether he actually managed to do anything more. Turrets being put up. DT going to get through. Nice drag. Oh, that's more something you want a Zealot for. But tank almost goes, and a few vultures go down. Not only 2-3, he's going to try another thing. Yeah, managed to drop a Zealot in there. Zealot bomb. Pick up another tank. Almost lost the shuttle yet again. Only one more hit on that, and that goes down. Way too many turrets in there. Most of the Dragoons here at the top. Needs an observer in there. Way too many mines to risk those Dragoons engage. Zealots here at the front. Hopefully has Zealot speed at this point to run in and try to drag those mines into those tanks, because that's pretty much, there are a lot of mines there, but eventually get a decent drag, he'll be in good position. A lot of turrets coming up, so MVP doing a great push here across the natural. Is this shuttle might just go down right now if he tries to go over anything. Does have the Arbor in there as well. Those way too many turrets in there. Most of the Dragoons be pushed up towards the 11:30 o'clock. So he's going to be able to pick that up. One Zealot in there. No speed yet on those Zealots. Zealot speed still not up, and he's going to need that. All the mines are now at the back, so if he wants to drag anything, he needs to kind of fly around in the shuttle maybe from the right side and try to get some Zealots here to run into the back. The only thing he has is natural right now is Zealots. And a Dragoon or two, and that Arbiter. And unfortunately, no spell is going to be anything. So, and invincibility not really there. He has comp stations are ready with plenty of scans. Bunch of turrets in there being built in very close. Vultures coming in right across the probe lines, right next to the Nexus. Mines being planted down. Dragoons go down. These probes are going to be turned into mincemeat, or rather circuitry, very soon. DT comes in from the back here. I can do something, and no. At this point, really, the only thing Snow has a chance to do is try to move in with those Dragoons from back. He has an observer there to try to pick up some of these mines, but the problem is he wants to turn these mines into his own friends. If he tries to do that with these Dragoons, they're just going to get melted. And the Nexus is going to go down momentarily, and Snow is just in a massive amount of trouble. MVP doing an absolutely beautiful build, beautiful push here. Way too many tanks and vultures for him to do anything against. Some Dragoons and Zealots finally here, but no speed. Losing his natural expansion. Has that 11:30 going, but MVP just pushing out on his two bases. He knows he can get it done with this. He's equal. Economically, he's still in a very good position despite only having two bases, because his opponent only has two, so he doesn't have to pick up another base. He's safe with what he has. Stasis does get off. Not the base of Stasis it is, but still might give Snow enough of a delay to slowly get back into this game. At the very least, managing to ferry some troops here to the 11:30 o'clock via shuttle. But these vultures being annoying, playing down even more mines. Zealot trying to do some dragging, being picked up before it quite manages to do that. Unfortunately, finally has some speed on those. But Vulture, meanwhile, going to the 11:30 o'clock, going to manage to do a lot of damage. More vultures running there, just going to ransack. Goodbye, probes. Enjoy your lives as scrap metal. And right now, this MVP has just done a beautiful job here. I don't see really how he's going to get back into this. He looks to be in a lot of trouble. It does look to be in a lot of trouble. Snow finally just looking like he's going for a final move. Attacks just as the stasis wear off. Some of these tanks at the front are going to go down, but too many tanks at the back to really do anything there. Way too many turrets for the Arbiters to do anything. Dragoons coming way too late to 11:30 o'clock. No mining there going on as well. And I think Snow's is going to try to go for one final something, basically. Maybe try to drop a Zealot right along those mines, but going in from the right side, I think that's maybe the last-ditch effort he can try to do. Just drop down as many Zealots as you can, right on those tanks. Hopefully the mines will drag into them. right to the side of them. Try to drag all those mines and everything instead of running in from the left side. I honestly feel he ferried troops earlier. He can do it again. Just kind of ferry those troops to the right side, make them run in from the right, because a lot of mines there, and that's not where MVP's prepared. Because if this entire troop goes down, at the very least, without Snow losing everything he has, at the very least, Snow has a chance to maybe get back into this, even though it's very bleak right now, very bad position to be in, because MVP right now is just slowly ferrying even more and more troops up, ready to attack. Now he's going to attack the 1130, make sure that goes down. Once that goes down, it's going to be it. A few Dragoons here to defend. Vultures coming in, just ransacking probes, killing all of them. Does look like Snow's finally going in for the last push. Dragoons from the right side as well. A couple of stasis go off. Vultures engage the Dragoons as well. I'm not quite sure whether this is going to be enough, though. Vultures and tanks maybe not going to go pick off that Nexus. And trying to pick off this troop here near the middle outside his natural expansion to lose the 1130 is just not what you want to do. A bunch of mines here at the back that should have been utilized to his own defense. Honestly, he's not going to be able to stop the 1130 from going down. Finally, those mines going off to the Zealot, he should have been able to utilize those, really. But the loss for Snow at this point has become way too much. MVP, I gotta say, bringing a beautiful game here. Definitely, this map is definitely bad for protoss against Terran players. But at the same time, I gotta say, MVP brought a beautiful game. Really pressured Snow. Finally, apparently now thinking of picking up a base for himself, I think. I think that's what's happening there at the 4 o'clock position, not to get too sure. But finally now, some clearing there for Snow, but he just does not have what he needs to do the damage. He's lost 2 bases. He's trying to get his natural back up, but he doesn't have the resources for anything at this point. He really doesn't have anything. Few Dragoons, Zealots, and Arbiter. What's that gonna bring you? Very little. He's gonna try to force MVP back as far as possible, because MVP right now doesn't have scan, does go off, but he doesn't have those turrets to help against that Arbiter. But Goliath's now on the ground with Charon boosters, so that'll help. Weapons 1 upgrades as well. And just Snow in a very bad position, just pushing back. And there's a reason I favored Snow in this group was simply because of the Terran presence. But kind of forgot to take Odd Eye into account when I really looked. I didn't really look at the map pool when I was making my predictions. So I kind of ignored the existence of Odd Eye when I did so. And honestly, the favorites I think in this group are Light and Cal. I think they're the definite favorites. Light has already gone forward, so now we're probably going to see MVP and Cal in the final match. That could be extremely interesting. I believe it's going to be on Triathlon, actually, now I think about it, so that's going to be extremely interesting. I've seen some nice PVTs the last season around on that, if I believe correctly. I believe, actually, MVP was in one of those, so it's going to be interesting. But Snow has gotten his natural expo up again. Now, I mean, take a corner, get a double gas, amass Arbiters, maybe, I don't know. He doesn't have time. Even if he somehow could get back into this game, he simply does not have the time. MVP just going to be able to prevent anything that happens. Finally there, GG from Snow. Try to pick up that 1130, and that was denied. Snow knows when he's lost. So Snow getting knocked out, unfortunately. MVP, meanwhile, going to move on to the final match, meet Cal there, and hopefully get himself into the round of 16 of this tournament. So disappointing here for Snow, but hopefully he'll still do a bunch of good things in Pro League for his team, get him into the playoffs, and maybe pull off some great performances there. So I honestly got to say, look forward to this kid playing some more. So far, GG guys, Ren Chant, this is Hope you enjoyed.